Intro over-the-top intense drum beats, a flashing screen of dinosaurs roaring. Me, screaming with manic energy. Hello, you glorious mages of mayhem! Get ready for the ultimate disaster of a deck, the one that will make your opponents question all their life choices. Today we're going to build the most insane, most chaotic Indominus Rex deck the world has ever seen. It's going to be a word soup of powers, buffs, recursion, and a dinosaur that can grow so big, it might actually destroy the universe itself. Yeah, you heard me. We're talking about the biggest, meanest, scariest Indominus Rex the multiverse has ever seen. Cut to a cinematic sequence of cards being shuffled into the deck in slow motion. Me, shouting, now Indominus Rex is a 6/6 beast for 5 mana. Meh, right? Wrong. This is just the beginning of the story. The real fun begins when we start using word soup to pump this thing to insanity. How? Well, let's start by recursion. And I don't mean get a creature back. No. We're talking about the kind of recursion that makes your opponents beg for mercy. Me, swinging cards onto the table like a mad scientist. First off, you want to bring Eternal Witness into the mix. Yeah, we can get anything back from the graveyard. Want to pull back your counterspell from last turn? Done. Want to get your overrun to make every dino stomp harder? Done. Recursion for days, baby. And if that's not enough, enter Archaeomancer. This little dude lets you pull back your instants and sorceries like you're reaching into a magician's hat. And trust me, you'll need this kind of recursion when you're looking to reset your entire game plan while making your Indominus Rex the biggest beast on the battlefield. Cut to a stack of cards like Simic Ascendancy, Cradle of Safety, and Aetherflux Reservoir. Me, grinning, eyes wild. And now here's where it gets even nastier. We're playing blue-green, baby, the home of some of the most insane ways to buff and protect Indominus as we ramp up those counters. You know how blue does it, counterspells, and not just the usual counterspell. We're talking about countering the entire fabric of reality with spells like Mana Drain, Counterspell, and Negate, just to make sure your opponent has nothing left to stop your rampaging, ever-growing T-Rex. Me, growing more unhinged with each word. But we're not just making the Indominus bigger with buffs. Oh no, we're doing it with absurdly ridiculous +1/+1 counter interactions. Growing Rights of Itlamok? Bam, we flip that thing into Itlamok, Cradle of Safety, pumping out mana like it's nothing. And let's talk about Simic Ascendancy, my favorite little enchantment. Every time we add counters to our creatures, we grow them faster and, let's not forget, easily trigger victory. That's right, easy. Me, calmly, like a twisted mastermind. Now what's this? Verdant Confluence? Oh yes, I'm gonna create tokens out of thin air, putting them on my Indominus Rex, and I'm gonna stack those counters until the whole world trembles before me. Want more counters? Let's get more counters. Want more creatures? More creatures, more mayhem, more devastation. I'll make tokens and give them +1/+1 counters, pushing my Rex even higher into the stratosphere. We're gonna play this game differently, folks. Me, screaming into the camera like a mad king. Are we done? Ha! Never! I've got Overrun, Craterhoof Behemoth, and Beastmaster Ascension in this deck. Imagine it. Every creature in your army gets so powerful they just fall over from how much damage they're about to do. Oh yeah, that's right. Your Indominus Rex? When it hits that +40/40, you're gonna be smashing opponents into the ground like they were just a pile of wet paper towels. I want your creatures to be unstoppable. No mercy, no survivors. Cut to me, holding an absurd number of tokens while grinning wickedly. Me, laughing maniacally. And then, the piece de resistance, the finisher. Because we're not just going to win with a massive dinosaur. No. We're going to end the game with a bang thanks to Aetherflux Reservoir. You know, just in case you want to blast your opponent in the face for 50 damage because you've just gained so much life by looping spells. Yeah, we're going that far. Why not? Cut to a wide shot of me holding up a massive deck, cards falling everywhere. Me, exaggerating excitement. And don't forget that this deck has the ultimate recursion engine. Mimic that. Oh yes, let's copy creatures, let's copy all the big spells. But really, the best part is making a creature come back every time you want, like some undying monster that only gets better every time it rises from the grave. Cut to me, leering at the camera with twisted delight. Me, whispering slowly. So, do you want to play a game where you slowly and maddeningly build an army of dinosaurs and tokens, with your Indominus growing to levels that make even the gods tremble? Or do you want to make your opponent wish they never shuffled their deck? Let's find out. Me, grinning like a lunatic. Remember, this is not just a deck, this is a force of nature. And once Indominus Rex grows too strong, well, there's no going back. Stay chaotic, stay powerful, and remember, the biggest creature wins, as long as it's covered in +1/+1 counters.